100 days in perspective for us as a historian. Has any president done as much on so many things?
No. Trump has done more in 100 days than any other president in United States history. Number two is Washington. So
not a bad guy to be number two, too.
Okay? So George had to start from scratch to build a federal apparatus. And he did, but he did it slowly. It wasn't like Trump. Trump knew the day he was down, he was going to sign 100 executive orders because Biden was such a disaster in his mind.
Dealing with everything we have to do with, look.
That's the most important thing. That Trump in his second term, much different than his first term, as far as his psychology is concerned, comes into a government that is in total disarray. What was President Biden's plan to bring down the $36 trillion debt? What was his plan to stop fentanyl smuggling into the United States from Mexico? What was the plan to end the war in Ukraine? What about the $1 trillion trade deficit? And how about keeping Iran from getting nuclear weapons?
He would have wanted to go back to the Obama deal.
Okay, but that's not really a plan. I think the audience is getting the gist of this. There is no plan to solve any of the problems that I mentioned. Okay, this second thing is Donald Trump comes in with a grudge. He didn't come into office the first time around with a grudge. The grudge was he believes that Joe Biden was behind a lot of the prosecutions directed toward Trump, including the Mar-a-Lago raid. Because he believes that, Trump despises Joe Biden. That drove what he did, or what he's doing right now, in the first 100 days.
What do we make of the Vanna White, Will Scharf, who's now the Vanna White of executive orders, coming over and handing each one to the president? He didn't need to do that in front of the cameras.
Sure he did. It's a show. I think that Donald Trump has been the most open president in my lifetime.
Is that a good thing?
For me, it is.
But for the country, the hour-and-a-half-long sessions in the Oval Office, the whipsaws, the flailing, the contradictions all the time.
The Biden administration launched what you've called a war on showers.
Is that a good thing?
I think it's great. He sits there and he takes questions from people he knows don't like him, and he answers the question.
Well, it depends on the deal.
Now, you don't like the answer? Fine.
Okay.
But at least he's given the opportunity to the American people to hear what he has to say. Take it or leave it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.